So I'm here with Dineen on the Irish Ancestry Trail in Australia, and we have the wonderful sound of the kookaburra in the background there.
The laughing kookaburra.
Laughing at us, I think. So Des, tell us a little bit about where we are here. Where are we?
We're in the old township of Gisborne, which is about 40 minutes out of Melbourne. And it's on the way to Bendigo. So the original gold rush days, the diggers would walk on this road through Gisborne on their way to Bendigo goldfields.
So we're in the are we in the goldfield region now? So
not so much just here. This is more of like a farming area. On the way to Bendigo, which is probably could be another 3/4 of an hour or an hour's drive.
Okay, and this area just here, why are we here?
This is the old courthouse in Gisborne, which they're now using as a historical centre. And most of the records for this whole area, including Bullingbrook, where my family settled, and then a lot of other Limerick families settled. All the records are sort of kept through this historical society here.
And we're talking about the Dineens coming over from Ireland in the 1830s or so, around that time?
No, a little bit later than that. They were more like the 1850s. Most of those families were sort of post-famine farmers, and they spent some time in Melbourne, probably about five or more years in Melbourne, sort of working in dairies and whatever they could, and then eventually the land opened up for selection in the 1860s with the Land Acts. They decided all the extra people who were out here digging for gold needed to do farming.
Okay, and I noticed that this wall behind has some plaques with Irish names on it. Murphy,
right.
Barrett, Fitzgerald, Calnan, but there's one here with Dineen.
Yes, which I'm responsible for. So about 20 years ago they decided they'd have a pioneers memorial sort of wall for different families to commemorate their ancestry. So I contributed the Dineen one and a couple of others, I think, at the time. So
will you read out what you've written here for the Dineens, Michael, or will I read a few?
Yes, I'll just read
yeah, Michael and Catherine, and also John and Margaret, settlers of Bullingaruk. Yes. From the 1860s until the deaths of their respective unmarried children, Ned in 1952 and Jack in 1946.
Yes, well, actually it says, was there a Thomas there mentioned?
No.
Well, they actually had three sons, and the oldest son, Thomas, died of typhoid when he was 21 years of age, which would have been really hard for the family. So there was two brothers left, and one was my grandfather, and he was fairly successful as a farmer, and eventually moved on to another area in the Kooyurup area. So the unmarried son, Ned, he stayed there till a very elderly age, and he never married. So the last of the Dineens were in Bullingbrook, I think up to the 1960s. So there was about 100 years
of
Dineens
history
in that Bullingbrook area.
Yeah. Well,
but the interesting part about that is most of these Irish families were they all knew each other and went to school with each other in Bruff and Lochgur area in County Limerick.
And came out here together.
I'm fairly sure that the Michael Dineen, my great-grandfather, followed his Fitzgerald cousins, who came out as a full family, and they were from Bruff. So that's what brought him out here basically on his own.
Okay, yeah, lovely. Yeah. Thanks Des, for showing us this place.
My pleasure.
Yes, thank you.